And to rewind, I also struggled with Spanish, and I had a moment in Spanish class where people thought I was trying to, or the teacher thought I was going to cheat because he said, no cheating or you're instantly failed. I remember I had my study sheet right next to me, and I hadn't even realized it, but apparently the girl next to me realized, and the teacher realized. And when I realized, I looked down, freaked out, and flipped it off, and it floated behind onto the floor. And the teacher laughed, and the girl laughed, and he was like, I was going to fail you, but I realized your reaction was honest. Well, I failed that test regardless, so I think that maybe I did need that cheat sheet. But I didn't really get along with that teacher. I had a very aggressive nature when I felt like something was being pushed against me in regards to a lot of things. And even now, I would say that in some manner it still tends to show up. Like a recent thing I just posted about a very toxic, very uneasy roommate I used to have. I made me incredibly uncomfortable for good reason. Essentially, I remember one time I got in an argument with him in class, and I was like, I cussed him out, and I just left and went straight to the office to report him. And I think he tried to call me back in, but that was that. And so I ended up getting into a new classroom and moving on from there. So I had my issues with him, and he was the only teacher. But in all classes, I had issues with studying because of things I already mentioned, of just having fun and lying to my parents about grades, which is not okay. Nowadays, I'm a lover of knowledge. One, I love, love, love seeking knowledge and knowing more about things. And two, I'm very competitive now because of Kobe Bryant teachings that I just want to be the best at every possible thing I could be and every possible topic. And I research everything that I purchased, and it goes real, real deep in terms of how I do that. But I actually almost got kicked out of high school at the end of junior year, not being allowed to come back senior year because of the way my grades were progressing. But that didn't end up being the case. And so senior year is when I met my second girlfriend, whom was a sophomore at the time, and I think it was in cooking class. And so essentially, yeah, this was a great relationship in regards to a different aspect of living. The previous one I felt like was more exploration of understanding what a girlfriend was, and bands and all that stuff. But that maybe because she was friends with my friend group, it was interesting. But it just wasn't what I really wanted, and I think at that time I was more inclined to be in love with the aspect of beauty and not the aspect of what a person had to offer. And so this next girl I always thought was very, very pretty. I seen her walking around a few times, and I thought she was one of the more popular pretty girls, amazing golfer, and so I kind of got into the more athletic side of a physical relationship and understanding a different type of lifestyle that she lived.